Hello, good morning, everyone. Sorry for the delay and trouble. We're using a new system so that we can stream in a few different places. So, uh, yesterday was a test day, and today is trying to use the system. So, sorry that I had to restart the stream, but we'll be okay. So, I hope this is working fine. So, again, apologize for being late. Let us go ahead and center ourselves, check in with ourselves. How are we feeling this morning? Our emotions have many ups and downs, throughout the day, and then also many things happen to us, whether we understand or we don't. But that is the way it is. And as Buddhists, we understand sometimes we can have answers and sometimes we can't. But that actually, um, it is what it is. That's what we call jiso. An accepting attitude is important. However, it's essential to also be active. But as I stated before, meditation is another way of looking at things rather than looking at something clearly emotional or processing those emotions in our mind, where we tend to misunderstand or, of course, think most negatively or etc. We create things. But in actuality, there may be answers, there may be no answers. There may be just the idea of acceptance. And so, in doing that, we use our Buddha nature, this Dyana mind that we gain from chanting the Odaimoku, from reading the sutras, from sitting meditation. They all direct us and should direct us towards this state in which we realize this potential within ourselves. I just recently made a podcast that talks specifically about this point. So at this time, let's go ahead and check in with our bodies and our state of mind. Okay. So sit up straight, simply close your eyes, and what you're going to do is just scan on your body. Just first take a look at our body. Okay. We always take a look. Actually, let me correct that. We should start from the outside here. So today, it's Tuesday, November 28th. It's relatively cold. It started snowing here yesterday, and yesterday evening was very very cold. So my body was taking some chance to get used to. Um, Very nice deep sleep. My body is pretty rested, a little stiff from sleeping, but soon after this, I will do yoga, so we'll be able to stretch those aspects. Let's close our eyes and scan our body. How is our mind feeling today? Well, we just woke up. There's a period that they talk about in the Yoga Sutras and many other sutras. That period from waking up before you open your eyes is actually, in a way, kind of the natural state of dhyana. We speak about this. But then when we start bringing in thoughts and we open our eyes, that state is changed. And in the morning, I'm not sure how you feel. Some people will feel anxiety or urgency, etc. But through this practice, we can be able to stop for a moment and realize that is there urgency really? Or am I just imagining that? Am I anxious about something legitimate, or am I just being over sensitive? So our mind allows us to sit with it and reveal it. And then take a look at your body, scan down. Is there any aspect of your body that's stiff? If it is, just go ahead and put your mind there to relieve the stiffness. So feel the stiffness, tense it a little, and then relieve it. It could be in your face, in your chest, your shoulders, etc. It's very important because one aspect is not only are we calming the mind, but we're calming the body. Okay? That's why yoga is essential to practice. And then even the postures that we use in chanting the Daimoku, many people, you can sit any posture as long as it's stable. But all the postures have particular meanings. Like, for instance, sitting in Seiza is called the Vajrasana. Vajra is a protective instrument used in esoteric Buddhism to keep away evil. So therefore, our body becomes this Vajra. So when we chant the Daimoku, that is why many people chant in what we call Seiza, but that is not the real reason behind it. So now that we've checked in, let's go ahead and purify our body with 3 large breaths. So breathe in, hold, exhale through your mouth, imagining relieving all of the negativity, tension, etc. from every part of every quarter of your body. Second round, breathe in again, hold, exhale, and last round. Very good. So now we're going to keep our posture, so make sure that you're sitting up straight. We'll find our center by leaning slightly like a pendulum left to right, making it large to small, front to back. Now we want to keep that spot, tuck in our chin, putting our ears over our shoulders, extending our head. And now what we're going to do, gently close our eyes, gently close our mouth, put our tongue above the roof of our mouth. And we're going to go inward now, and we're going to close our mouth, and we're going to begin breathing and exhaling, breathing in and exhaling through our nose. As we breathe out, we use our Daimoku, Daimyo Rengekyo, to stop our mind. And as we breathe in, we simply observe the effort of breathing in the air. And we're going to do this for our meditation. So let us prepare ourselves. Center yourselves. Again, the idea that Master Tiantai talks about is that we see our body as an anchor. So let us begin with the sound of the bells. As we hear the bell, let us release our attention, our concentration. We release it, coming back to our mind, becoming aware of our body, feeling our surroundings, our blood, our energy. Open our hands. We can begin by moving our fingers, our toes gently. Then what we're going to do is we put our hands together. We rub our hands to be able to generate heat. Place them over our eyes, opening our eyes gently to the light, rubbing meridians on our head, our neck, shoulders, kidneys. Let's take a moment to check in. How are you feeling? Again, usually as I'm doing meditation, the more that I do, my hands are warm, my feet are warm. I feel this equilibrium in my body. The pains have subsided, feel more clear, less foggy from the sleep. As we again scan ourselves, we could be able to understand what we need to work on with the asana or postures of yoga. That is very important for us to understand. Also, I'd like people to, if you have opportunity, please like and subscribe to this Rowdy Buddhist page, as well as if the Enkyoji Buddhist Network. We're showing this on a few different pages. Also, I'm going to be making, and I have made some podcasts from the Rowdy Buddhist podcast. Yesterday, I made a podcast concerning meditation, the art of fully conscious living. In that, we need to be aware of the different stylings and places of meditation in our life. That meditation is a tool. I remember when people thought that we keep that particular mindset, like particular focus that we have in mind in meditation, to carry it everywhere. But in actuality, that's incorrect. That is for sitting or chanting, etc., meditation in which we concentrate our minds. The way that we express our practice is through mindfulness. That mindfulness allows us to be aware of the moment, be aware of ourselves, our surroundings, our emotions, etc. Seeing it, as it says many times in the sutra, that the Buddha is able to see in this very wide, vast way the workings of humanity, the workings of the universe. And that we, with our small mind, become attached or point to one spot. But in actuality, Dyana allows us to open our awareness. By opening our awareness, we have many more ways of looking at something, rather than simply through. Have you ever felt trapped in your emotions, such as the only way you can look or react to something is anger, or fear, or anxiety, etc.? That's because there's only one way of looking at it, and that in the concept that if we expand our awareness to mindfulness, that we can lessen those aspects. And then sooner or later, as we strengthen these other aspects, these other faculties, those will become smaller. Okay? So I thank all of you today for joining. I hope this was able to be a success, and I look forward to joining you in the following days. Let us put our hands together in Gassho. Namu Myoho Renge Kyo, Namu Myoho Renge Kyo, Namu Myoho Renge Kyo. Thank you very much again for joining us, and we'll see you again tomorrow.